All right, friends, how the heck are you today? Aaron Michael Eschenberg here talking about Wednesday, the 27th of March, 2019. It's a beautiful day. The moon is going to move into Capricorn. We're getting things done. Technically, now this is a funny thing. So the moon is at its weakest point in Capricorn. A Capricorn is like work, business mindset. You know, Cancer is home for the moon. You know, it's emotional, intuitive. And this is like, this is Main Street versus Wall Street. I don't know about versus, just this is the difference. Main Street, Wall Street. Big business, man. Big business. Not your mom and pop shop, right? So the moon is moving into big business. It's time to get things done. And we're getting things done. And we're not being, it's good to be intuitive. It's good to be emotional. But sometimes we can be bogged down by our emotions, right? So it's kind of like we get a bit of a break over these 2 days, where it's like 2.5 days, where we're getting things done. And it's cool because the sun's in Aries right now. So the moon is squaring the sun. Moon, Capricorn, sun, Aries, right? So the moon is squaring the sun. They're both at the early degrees right now. So what does that mean? It means like we've had this, kind of intense emotional weekend. Then we've had a fiery 2 days right after that, Monday and Tuesday. And we're like, okay, I'm getting the spark. This retrograde is almost over. The last couple of days of retrograde, the 27th and the 28th, it's done. So like the last degrees of anything, at the retrograde at the very end, it's just like it becomes the slowest. Our communication, our information slows down. So with the sun in Aries, and with Mercury slowing down, with some of these aspects happening, it's as if it's like, okay, I got it. I've learned these things, and I want to move ahead. I see this future vision of myself, and now it's time to go. And it's like hard detox, hard diet, exercising to the max. And then the moon in Capricorn is just like, whoa, slow it down a little bit. And then, this is going to meet up with Saturn and Pluto, over the next day and a half. So it's just like, slow it down. Slow it down. That's what Saturn says, Kronos, the father of time. It's like, slow it down. You don't want to injure yourself. You don't want to go too fast that you're missing steps, right? Key of this Mercury retrograde. You don't want to miss things right now. You want to really be precise, methodical. The moon in Capricorn is methodical. As the sun in Aries wants to just go. Just likes to spark the fire and move forward. So this is kind of a cool contrast with the Aries-Capricorn relationship. These are both cardinal signs, the strongest. The bringer of spring and the bringer of winter. One is much more enjoyable than the other for most people. Most people are like, springtime, yay, go out and play. Wintertime, and it's just like, oh, that cold, stay inside. And it's like the perfect analogy for what Saturn is. It's constricting, restricting, Spring, yay! Sun in Aries, yay! Moon, Capricorn, ooh, restricting the emotions, restricting, don't fly too fast. and then Mercury's over there with Neptune. Mars in its last degrees, 27 degrees of Taurus right now, pushing along, sludging along, making its way through changing our traditions, right? So similar stories, but they're changing. This is the slow wheels of time. It's like, yeah, it's been 7 o'clock for so long. It's like, yeah, but then there's, we're watching the minute hand, we're watching the second hand, and with astrology, it's like we're watching the milliseconds. We're watching the small increments and the big increments, and it's still 7 o'clock, but it's been a day. Or maybe it's still 7 o'clock, but it's the next day. Similar repeating patterns. Is that kind of makes sense? Yeah. Anyway, and for those that I'm following, thank you so much for your support. With this new camera, the new rig, the new getup, the new recording that's going on here, I am limited to the file right now, and I cannot upload these videos onto Facebook, only YouTube. So sorry, I'm still gonna put them on Facebook. But it's gonna be a YouTube link. So I know Facebook doesn't like that, because then you're leaving Facebook social media to go to a different social media platform. The politics of social media, right? Anyway, so that's our day. It's a productive day. It's a productive Wednesday. It's making things happen. And Venus, jumping ahead of myself here. I don't want to end it too soon. So if you stayed with me, here we go. Venus has moved into Pisces. This is awesome. This is exalted. As the moon is in detriment, I hope you stayed along for this. The moon is in detriment. Then Venus moved into Pisces, out of Aquarius. It's been, future thinking and technology and all this. So it's been, I don't know, it's been almost overwhelming with Venus in Aquarius. It's not a very emotional sign, but it's fine. It's not where it was, it's where it is. Where it is in Pisces. It's exalted in Pisces, exalted. It's the happiest place in the zodiac for it to be for the next month and a half. Okay. Why? Because we're talking about dreams. We're talking about, no limits. No limits. And what is Venus? Venus is everything that we love, everything that we want, and everything we desire. This is things and people. So when we're talking about no limits, Venus moving into a place where there's no limits in expansiveness and compassion and emotion involved. And not just any emotion, we're talking about the end, the grandfather of the zodiac or grandmother of the zodiac, Pisces, sister water sign here. The end, the guru on the mountain. So this is like, okay, Venus, the love is coming back around, filling us up, really filling us up, filling our hearts, and filling whatever, void this winter has brought us, this void that this Uranus and Aries has left us over 7 years of self-rebelliousness. Okay, so finally, sweet Venus comes, I wouldn't say home to Pisces, but in a sense, it's just like her favorite place to be. So we get this really cool burst right now of Sun in Aries for the month. We get Venus where she wants to be. We've got Neptune right there. So we're going to have Venus lining up with Neptune in Pisces. This happens once every year and a half or so. Saturn home in Capricorn, Jupiter home in Sagittarius. Like all of these things right now are just lining up to just make the ooey gooey perfect, like yummy, delicious life that we're craving. So once we've sifted through this stuff, the past couple of days were intense. so sifting through that stuff, all this goodness is coming and flowing out, and it's going to be easy Wednesday and Thursday. We'll just jump into that for a second to just get things done, clarity, bring in the clarity. So we'll talk about more tomorrow.